welcome back to more Cinderella Phenomenon. Yes, we are back for more of this game for one last route. Oh my god, we finally made it. We made it to the very last route for this game because in the last episode we finished off on Fritz's route. We got his good ending after getting his bad ending, and his good ending basically entails the fact that his alter ego Varg, of course, basically sacrifices himself or chooses to disappear forever from Fritz's I don't know, being or something like that. Like he's choosing to erase himself because of his love and affection for us. So we managed to find the king in the throne room, and that's where we met everybody there, all the main characters. And then that's his proclamation. His proclamation is to make himself disappear, and that will be able to give Fritz back to us. So there's that. That's how Fritz was able to break his curse. And of course, Mythos wasn't too happy about that. And then Fritz is in the battle. He's got a strong will now. He's gonna fight for us. And then what happened? I think Parfait and Mother showed up, I think. Anyways, regardless, the king was still under her vegetable mind control state, but he manages to break through it thanks to our encouraging words. We're like, oh my god, even though I hated you and you never really cared about me, I really need you at this moment. And that was how the king was able to break the curse, and he came back. And then Mother, of course, shows up, and she's obviously upset and blah blah blah. Before anything really, I think there's a huge battle, of course, but then before anything really happens, Parfait reveals her Lucis crystal, and then she smashes it, and of course that in turn kills her. She kills herself as well as she kills Mother, because the Lucis cannot exist without the Tenebrarium, so they both die off. So they fade off into the light, and we're just like, no, it's a very dramatic moment. Everyone's like, why does this have to be? But then Parfait is all really happy and accepting about it, except for Mom, of course. She's like, I don't want this, what are you doing, blah blah blah. But she goes off anyway. She's like, you know what, I loved you, that's the truth, kind of thing. All I ever did was for you, kind of thing, daughter of mine. And that was it, that was that. So we all returned to our normal lives, normalcy, tried to, or at least she took up we took up learning the history of Angiel and the magic and the history of magic. But because now the Tenebrarium crystals and the Lucis are destroyed, there's no magic ever again to be had in Angiel. And of course we lived happily ever after with our knight in shining armor, Fritz. And then of course we mourn the loss of those who have died in this whole entire journey in the story. So that's that, and now we are back here again. We are back to do this, to do Waltz's route. Yeah, so we are in our days of being cursed and being cold and being really I don't understand how to do kindness. So we're back to our first choice. Okay, so before that, anyways, in terms of going into Waltz's route, the very first choice that you make with him, for those just as a tip or as an advice for people who may want to play this game or just looking at this as a guide in a way, is that the very first choice of getting points with Waltz is when we were running away from those two thugs, if you guys remember, and they were chasing us down, and then we either go left or go right, and the right answer to get points with Waltz is to go right. And that's why he shows up. He helps us, directs us to this sort of alleyway sort of way, and then eventually we meet up with Karma then. But there's that difference where if you went left, then you only met up with Karma and not with Waltz. But we try to get points with Waltz here, so yeah, that's the main thing to do. And that's it. So then up until this point, this is where we come to our definitive choices of doing routes. So our first choice, then asking for help for our curse, as advised by by Parfait and Delora, we're going to choose a partner. But this time, of course, instead of this, we're gonna choose this. We're gonna choose him, Waltz, the obvious choice. So let's see how this goes. Like I said before, along doing all the other guys' route, I was really super curious as to how how he would how he would be interacting with us, because he seems like the most, proactive person to approach for help with breaking our curse. Like, he's willing to help, unlike, probably everybody else who's sort of like, yeah, they're willing to help, but they got a funny way of doing it kind of thing. And Rod, of course, is like the hard, nut to crack, where it's like he don't want to help us at all, but he had to like warm up to us. So yeah. So let's see. So he was just here earlier. Maybe he went back inside. Yeah, where is our dear Waltz? Oh, what's happening? What is this? What's happening? Oh, this is pretty. I stop and stare at the small orbs of light floating around the room. What is going on? Yeah, my dude. Ah, no, this isn't it. Okay. I guess he's trying to get back some of his magic because of his curse. I watch in awe as Walt snaps his fingers and all the orbs disappear with a pop. Oh, princess. Yes. What are you doing? Practicing my next magic trick. I still haven't perfected it yet. How come you're able to use magic? Are you a witch? A fairy? Yes, we've known throughout from Karma's route going through to Fritz's route up until that point, we know that he is a witch. A good magician never reveals his secret. Well, he's a witch. That's the spoiler. Right. Did you need anything? Well, I take a deep breath. Can you teach me about goodness? Oh, huh? Why do you look so surprised? Well, it's just that I didn't think you'd come to me for help. Why? Yeah, if you don't want to. Oh, no, that's not it at all. Okay, I'm happy you asked me. Okay, what would you like to know about goodness? Well, how do you do a good deed? Yes. That is a very broad question. I don't think I can give you a specific example. Well, then how do I do good? Well, you just the easiest way to do good is to make someone happy. Uh-huh. Okay, so a good deed would involve making someone happy. How do I do that? I don't know. That's the journey. That's the beauty of it all. But anyways, we're gonna skip on to the next point where we can choose him the second time around. That solidifies our route quest. So I'm gonna skip that. Yep, here we are again. So this is our second time around and trying to go for Waltz. So let's go. Let's see where he is. Whom should I ask for help today? No surprise here, no spoilers. It's Waltz. I find Waltz sitting in the corner of the tavern reading a book. Oh, you didn't strike me as the kind of person that would read books. Really? I'm going to take that as a compliment. Okay, though to be honest, I wouldn't be reading this if I wasn't preparing for one of my shows. Oh, shows? What? I don't just do magic shows. I perform puppet shows as well. I have to be familiar with several bedtime stories for those. Yes, it's true. You should come with me sometime. The children are always so happy at the shows. You might get one of your good deeds helping out. I have never been around children for extended amounts of time. Yeah, me neither. It's not great. You've got to be patient too. Children can be difficult to handle, which is why I don't stick around them. You speak as if you aren't a child yourself. Well, he's not. That's because I'm not a child. Well, Waltz hates it when he's treated like a child, because he's not. Especially when Karma teases him about it. Besides, patience isn't just for children, it's necessary in a lot of situations. I would guess you might need to work on that. Excuse me? What kind of rude ass? Waltz shrugs and with an awkward smile returns to his book. Okay. Alright. It's got a little bit of a sass to him. Okay, whatever. Anyways, we're gonna fast forward completely to the point where we could choose our special screen title, whichever routes we choose to do, and of course we're gonna do Waltz. Here we are, yes, so Waltz is right here, yes. Boop. Mr. Waltz. Peter Pan is chapter 3. Okay, getting straight to it. As you guys already know, his curse is called the Neverland Curse, and he is a witch, and his way to break the curse is to find his shadow in Neverland, as well as Tinkerbell, the box. So yeah, that's his curse, except now we just need to find out, I guess the full the nitty-gritty details of how and why he's cursed, and fall in love with him, of course. Anyways, yeah, so let's continue. I decide that I cannot waste any more time. The next day I search for Waltz as soon as the burden stops dragging me around. I swear he was just here a while ago. Anise, have you seen Waltz? Have you seen my dear Waltz? Oh, I just saw him walk back inside. Oh, really? Where? Oh, what's happening? I find him talking with Parfait and Delore in the reception area. All of them are speaking in solemn whispers. Oh right, he is the one who's going around, what's it called? Keeping tabs on the palace life. As soon as Parfait and Delore notice me, they break off their conversation with Waltz. Both the witch and the fairy step away from Waltz. Okay. Excuse us, princess. Okay, they leave. I watch curiously as Delore and Parfait leave the room without another word to me. Wow, what are they talking about? Waltz turns in my direction and smiles. Oh, morning, princess. Yes. I turn toward Waltz and watch as he begins to put some puppets on the table into a box. Are these toys yours? Well, they're puppets. Yeah, they're for the show I'm doing later. Yeah. I wouldn't be playing with these things. I wouldn't be playing with these things at my age. You look 12. I do not see how that is too old to be playing with dolls. I mean, I'm 18 technically in this storyline. I play with dolls. I collect dolls. I told you before, didn't I? I have the Neverland curse. He never explained what his curse was. Well, we know what it is. I'm actually older than you are. Of course you are. I find that hard to believe. Oh, you'll see. You don't know the story of Peter Pan, do you? Nope. Because we can't... Yep. It is not my fault that Mother had all the fairy tales removed from the palace. When I do not answer, Waltz only sighs and gives me a small smile. I'll assume that's a yes. Yeah, you got me. Peter Pan is a boy who lives in Neverland. It's a place where no one ever grows up. Yes, I'm stuck in a child's body as a result of my curse. I won't revert to my real form until my curse is broken. Then how old are you really? Yeah. I'm 22 this year. Ah, okay. So not as old as Rumple. Rumple was like, what, 24, I believe it was? Okay. What? Yes. I know, right? Like, what moisturizer do you use, girl? Or, just get cursed with the Neverland curse. That works too. I can only stare in shock at Waltz's childish appearance. It is hard to believe that he's actually older than I am. Yeah. I've never liked being treated as a child. That's never changed. Even when I was a child, I didn't like it. Oh, but let me assure you that it is much more annoying being treated like a child by someone who's younger than you. How true. Waltz straightens with the box in his arms. Yeah, sorry. Now if my princess will excuse me. Okay. He turns to leave. Oh, where are you going? Well, he's gonna go to the show. Yeah, I have a show to do today. Yeah. Waltz does so many puppet and magic shows. How will he help me break my curse if he is never around? I'll go with you. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, go along with him. What? I might accomplish a good deed if I come to one of your shows. Oh, that's true, but what? Waltz sighs. I'm not sure it's a good idea. There are bad witches out there. Oh, there's an evil witch right here in the Marchen, but no one is protecting me from her. Oh, come now, that's not Delora. Are you talking about Delora? Delora's not that bad. Who else would I be referring to? Waltz stares at me for a long moment, eyes thoughtful. He sets the box down on the table again. Don't go anywhere. I'll ask Lady Parfait first. Okay. He leaves the room. I lean over the box on the table and see a pile of carefully detailed puppets. Everything looks handmade. Aw. I used to sew my own puppets before Mother found out and forbade me from making them. Why? She told me that sewing was not something a crown princess should do. Why not? Not even for a hobby? Interested? Yeah. Waltz's footsteps are so soft that I do not even notice that he has returned to the room until I see him standing before me. I step away from the box. How does he move so quietly? Well, he's really light on his foot, Permission granted. Come on, the show starts in an hour. Okay, let's go! Let's go see a show. I watch as Waltz sets up a small booth on the street where I'd first seen him with Emmeline. Back then, I never thought I would see him again. Right? How the world works. It's nice to see you actively trying to break your curse. I shrug. I'm not convinced this will work, but Parfait said that if I partnered up with someone, I might be able to break my curse faster. Oh, so you chose to partner with me? Yes. His tone of voice startles me. He sounds both happy and sad. Why? Was he lying when he said he wanted to help me? That everyone in the Marchen was willing to help me? Would you rather I pick someone else? No. Okay. Ugh. Okay. I jump at his sudden reaction. Waltz awkwardly clears his voice. No, I'll do everything I can to help you. Okay. Waltz heads for the back of the booth. I begin to follow him, but I am forced to stop when he holds out his hand. Why? You haven't had enough training to be my personal assistant yet, princess. Oh, okay. What? I stare at him, puzzled. Yeah, I never said I wanted to be your personal assistant. And training? Why would one need training to assist with a children's show? Well, you need to coordinate, you know? You need to know the cues. You might just be able to snag a good deed if you agree to become my assistant, you know? There's a teasing twinkle in Waltz's eyes as he waves me off. But until you're ready, you should stay with the children and just watch the show. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy the story. I recommend getting a place up front. You'll be able to see all the action that way. Yeah, come on. When I do not move, Waltz sighs and smiles at me. I promise the children won't bite you unless you bite them first. Okay, fine. That's my Star. Oh, Star. Aw, he even has a little pet name for us. Star. That's cute. He disappears around the back, leaving me alone. In no time at all, people begin to gather. Soon there's an impressive audience around Waltz's small booth. I look at the group of children that are clustered as close as possible to the front. They are clearly excited for the show to start. I used to do puppet shows with my dolls too. I felt less alone when I pretended my dolls could talk. And I am still alone. Nothing has changed. Well, Delora became, a witch, so I don't know. I sigh as I sidestep to allow someone else to stand beside me. I am surprised to see that the person is an adult. I look out at the gathering crowd of people and find that there is an almost equal ratio of children and adults. I don't know why I'm trying to put an amount there, but it's the same meaning. Why would adults be at something as childish as a puppet show? No, come on now. You gotta enjoy the little things in life, okay? Hello, everyone. An excited silence falls over the area as Waltz's voice rises above the crowd. I, Waltz, am here once again to share another story with you. I hope you enjoy the show. Once upon a time, there was a village whose people were always happy. But one day, an evil witch found the village, okay? The evil witch carried darkness deep in her heart. She was jealous of the townfolk, who were filled with so much light and happiness. If I cannot be happy, the evil witch said, then no one can be happy. Wow! How overly dramatic, but that's the point. I almost jump when I feel a tug on my dress. I look down to see a little boy pulling at the hem of my skirt, though his eyes remain focused on the puppets. What? I don't like her. Ugh, that witch, she's bad. Oh yeah. His grip on my skirt tightens. He is wrinkling my dress. Leave him alone, remove his hand. Just leave him alone. It's okay. It's whatever, I don't mind. Sure. Let's overwrite some saves. Yeah, leave him alone. It's fine. Come on, Hana. Waltz better finish his show before this child ruins my dress. It's what you call an iron. You don't know what an iron is? Darkness spread over the village. The people began to suffer. They forgot what happiness felt like. Okay, one villager decided to leave and find a good witch that would help save everyone from the evil witch. This villager knew it would be very dangerous, for if he were discovered, the evil witch would certainly kill him and his family. But the man knew he had to try if he ever wanted to see the other villagers smile again. Many days later, the man finally returned with a good witch whose heart was as filled with light as the evil witch's was filled with darkness. Don't tell me this is his story. I feel like this could be his story. The good witch, unable to bear the sight of the villagers suffering, decided to help them. She cast a powerful spell that would send the evil witch away and save the village at the cost of her own life. Okay, once the spell was cast, the darkness disappeared from the village. To this day, the people of the village are said to carry the good witch's light within them, and everyone lived happily ever after. Okay, yay, clap. But aren't all witches evil? No. That's simply not true, right? I've met a good witch, one with a heart more light and loving than any fairies. More of the children begin to ask questions. I sigh, unable to do anything except wait while Waltz is bombarded with questions. Was I not supposed to... I was supposed to remove the hand? Okay. Oh, God. I was being nice to the little kid, okay? God, he wasn't doing anything bad other than wrinkling my dress. Yeah, I sigh, unable to do anything except wait while Waltz is bombarded with questions. Once the audience finally leaves, Waltz comes out from behind the booth and smiles up at me. The show was a success, okay? I suppose so. You looked really annoyed when that little boy grabbed your dress. Yeah, that's because I was. You should have taken his hand. Why? Oh, he looked frightened. I'm sure he would have appreciated some comfort. Oh, is that what you mean? What? Sometimes just having someone beside you when you're afraid is enough. Having someone beside you? I think back on all the times I felt scared. Mother always told me to hide my fear and to never cry because it made me appear weak. I could never ask for her help and the king was never there for me. Every time I was afraid, I was always alone. I shake off the memories and realize that Waltz is asking me a question. What did you think of the show? Oh, it was short and simple. Yeah, that's it? I created that entire show, you know. Story, characters, everything. Really? It could have been better. Oh, wow. She's cold. You wounded me. I have nothing more to say and Waltz seems disheartened by my silence. You always complimented my stories, even when they were silly. Well, Waltz telling me stories? I do not recall such a thing. He makes it sound as if we've known each other for a long time. Right? Before I can ask him for clarification, he changes the topic. Oh my, was he in our childhood and perhaps that's we've forgotten? Maybe. Do you mind accompanying me to the toy shop before we head back? Yeah, sure. Do I have a choice? Waltz's lips quirk with a smile as he picks up his materials. You might have fun, princess. Come on. Okay, fine. God, I didn't know remove his hand would end up you should have told me to hold his hand. God. This is the shop I went to before I was cursed. Yes. Feel free to look around, princess. I won't be too long. I nod at him before walking over to the doll display. Okay, the dolls here are actually beautiful. But with the gold I have left, I wouldn't be able to afford even one. I miss my dolls. Oh, Papa, I want that one. Give me that one, Papa. The sound of a little girl's voice draws my attention. Oh, I look around the store before spotting a little girl pointing at a big teddy bear. She looks expectantly at the man beside her. That must be her father. Yeah. I mean, she just said. The man shakes his head, his eyes filled with regret. Oh, I can't afford it, sweetie. We can't afford that one, dear. Yeah. Could you choose something else? Yeah. Oh, the girl looks like she's on the verge of bawling. I back away, fearing that the child might throw a tantrum. Instead, she rubs at her eyes before looking up at her father with a slow smile. I understand. Aw, see, okay, I appreciate children if they are like this. Like, they, totally get it. Like, they're like, okay, I understand. The man smiles and pats her head. Thank you for understanding, sweetheart. You're being so grown up. I only need you and Mama to be happy. Aw, I love you, Papa. Ah, I love you too. Aw, so cute. The king has never once told me that he loved me. He must be better off without me. Oh, do I even belong in the palace anymore? Papa, look, the king! Oh, what? Speak of the devil. The moment I hear her say his title, I quickly rush up from the toy shop. Where? Where is his majesty? Hail the king! Yes! Long live the king! Yes! I was gonna say long live the king! Hail King Gennaro! Yes! He is the first one I see, mounted on his favorite white stallion as he waves at everyone. Like the queen, he has his king wave, you know. I spot Ophelia, Rod, and Emmeline with him, mimicking his emotions. The king used to invite me to join him before, but I always declined. He always went out alone. Once a month, the king sets out to check on the conditions of the kingdom in person. It is his way of bonding with the townfolk. Well, that's good on him. The Order of Caldera trails behind the royal family with Sir Alcaster at the head, but there is one particular person that is missing. Is it Fritz? That Sir Alcaster, that snake. It is strange that Fritz isn't here. Why? Why is that? The parade is an impressive sight. The crowds lining the streets become denser with each passing second. I weave around the mess of people in an attempt to get closer to the king. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you. He is smiling, a true smile. I have never seen him smile like that at me. Yes. A heaviness begins to weigh down on my heart. Suddenly it becomes harder to breathe. Please look this way. Please look at me. The king is looking happier these days, isn't he? Well, I don't think I've ever seen him so joyful. It must be his family. Happier? Wow. All I want is for the king to look at me, to see me. But he does not so much as glance my way once. I stare at the ground with bleary eyes. He's happy without me. Aw, no. I return to the toy shop with a heavy heart. The little girl from earlier is standing with her father by the door. He ruffles her hair before holding his hand out to her with a smile. She takes it with a giggle and the two walk off together. A hot ache sings through my blood as I watch them leave. Is this jealousy? Yes, it is. I reach up and clutch at my chest. My heartbeats feel painful. This is a terrible feeling. Yes, it is. Princess? Hana? He called me by my name. I stare at Waltz, temporarily stunned by the fact that he called me by my name and not my title. Right. Are you okay? Despite myself, I find my eyes draw back to the little girl and her father as I stand just outside the door to the toy shop. I am fine. I am not okay, Princess. Should I be truthful? Let's try being truthful with him. Oh, I'm gonna fuck this one up again. Just whatever. I'm on my way to getting another bad ending anyways. Why break my streak now? I'm gonna say I'm not okay. I'm not. It's not like there is anything you can do to make me feel better. Ooh. Waltz's expression slips. His chest heaves with a silent sigh. All I can do right now is try. Waltz's voice is a soft whisper, but I still pick up his words. All he can do right now? What is he talking about? Waltz's gaze moves to the set of teddy bears displayed on one of the shelves. He is quiet for a few moments before he speaks. He's affected by the curse. What? What? Yeah. The king. He can't remember you because of the curse. That doesn't mean he never cared about you. Right. That's the reason you looked so down, right? I was looking outside. I saw the way you looked at him. Doesn't he know that it's rude to stare? Oh, and how did I look? Sad. Hurt. Yeah, I turn away before Waltz can see the frustration on my face. He loves you, you know, more than you ever know. And how do you know that? You don't know him at all. Well, everyone has their own ways of expressing their love. I'm sure he has his own ways too. By not being there when I needed him, he has never acted like a father to me. Wow, Princess. Don't pretend to know what my life at the palace was like, Waltz. This conversation is over. Let us return to the margin. I guess I was too honest. Dang, girl. Whatever. Look at what I drew. Mother. Oh no, she's talking to her dad. Hana, you know you're not meant to be in here. But I drew this picture of us. See, that is Mother and me. And you are holding Mother's hand. And he's like, ugh, go play somewhere else, Hana. I'm busy. Aw, but you are always busy, Father. I just want to go to your mother. I'm sure she's looking for you. Aw, okay. But that's why he hates Hildare, though. She's like a witch. She's like so shady. That's why he's like, ugh. I am vaguely aware of moonlight in my room when I sit up in my bed, heart beating painfully fast. What was I dreaming about? It felt like I was dreaming about the king, but why now? A few days have already passed since I saw him. Oh, okay. I fall back onto the bed. I close my eyes and once again attempt sleep, but it hovers stubbornly out of my reach. Whoa, what's that? Where was that? Yeah. Who could be making that noise at this time of night? Waltz, probably. I step out of my bed and head outside to investigate. Waltz, are you making puppets or something? There's no one here. The sound. It's coming from the tavern. Do not check. We're gonna go checkin'. I don't care. We're gonna go checkin'. Let's do it. Check. I slowly turn the knob and open the door. Hello? Hello? Yes, hello? Yoseo? Why is Mr. Broom crying? The broom begins to hop toward me. Why? Ugh. I begin to back away. It's the middle of the night. There's no way I'm going to sleep now. But the broom just hops past to cower behind me. Why? Why? That's some broom you got there. Oh yes. Waltz, what are you doing here? Yeah. I couldn't sleep, so I decided to continue working on some of my puppets. Oh, but I accidentally stepped on the broom and it went berserk. Oh. I turned around and grabbed Mr. Broom, leaning it against its designated spot on the wall. But why are you here? I heard a sound. Yes! Oh! My first good point deed with him. Gosh. As curious as always, that's going to get you in trouble, you know. I don't need to be lectured by you. Oh, wow, we're so cold. I apologize for waking you up. You should go back to sleep. I would not be here if I could sleep. I might as well stay for a while. Right. That's what you want. Waltz turns back to his puppets on the table. He leans down over the puppets, checking their seams. Since you're here, I think you can help me. Okay. Help you? Aww. It's like the chameleon from Tangled! Yeah, that looks exactly like we saw it as a cupcake and now we've seen it as a little puppet. What do you think of my newest puppet? It looks cute. I look at Waltz with surprise. With his eyes so wide and his lower lip jutting out, he looks almost like a puppy begging for a treat. Is he expecting a compliment on the puppet? Well, I look closely at the puppet's eyes. It looks evil? Really? I'm glad to hear that. It's going to be the villain in my next show. Oh, okay. Interesting. Pascal is his name. Yeah, I think that was his name. He's going to be a villain. Thank you for your help, princess. I'm glad that my mentor approves. Mentor? Waltz doesn't answer. That's it? Indeed. I only offered an opinion, but he looks so happy. What a weird person. Waltz resumes his sewing in silence. He is very talented to be able to sew with such a complicated animal, right? He has probably been doing this for a long time to be so skilled, possibly even longer than I expect, considering the nature of his curse. You look like you've got something on your mind, princess. Well, you have never actually told me how to break your curse. Right. I guess I haven't, but we already know what it is. Waltz clears his throat as he goes back to his sewing. I need to find Tinkerbell in Neverland. Yes. Oh right, you don't know the story. Mother burned all the fairy tale books in the palace before I could read most of them. And nobody would tell me any of the stories. What, girl? Is there no library in your town? Mother always forbid me from talking about them. Okay. Peter Pan is a story of a boy who never grows up. He is accompanied by a fairy friend named Tinkerbell, and the two of them live together in Neverland. In my case, Tinkerbell is the key that can open Neverland. Okay, Neverland is a box, a family heirloom. My shadow is being kept in Neverland. That shadow is my magic. Once I get it back, my curse will break. Magic. Yes. I'm a witch, princess. Da-da-da-da! Here's secret number 1 that's been revealed that we already know. Yes! He is a witch. He says it so nonchalantly, like stating what his job is. Well, that kinda, yeah. He and Delora are the same? Yes. I have seen Waltz conjure flowers from thin air before, but I never associated that with the type of magic that witches do. You're a witch? A cursed witch? How is that possible? Well, because there's another powerful witch that cursed him. Only the Tenebrarian Bearer has the ability to curse another witch. It's why I can only do simple magic nowadays. See? If I ever want to cast proper spells again, I'm going to need to find Tinkerbell in Neverland. You don't know where Tinkerbell and Neverland are? No. No, I don't. But you do, Hannah. Does that mean you're stuck in this form forever? Yes. I guess so. How about a story? Okay, I feel annoyance begin to simmer inside of me. Why do you do that? You changed the subject. To purposely avoid answering me. Yeah, no, that's not it, princess. I'm trying to explain, and I think a story is the best way for me to do that. Okay, I am silent as Waltz reaches into his box of puppets. He pulls out 2 of them, then motions for me to sit in front of him. He holds out a puppet to me, and I can tell he intends for me to wear it on my hand. My feelings on the subject must show on my face, but Waltz is resolute. Please, yeah, come on, just humor him. I do not know what this will achieve, but maybe this way I'll finally get some answers. Fine. Yeah, come on. Alright. Waltz takes a deep breath. Once upon a time there lived a princess who was always alone. She spent most of her time inside her room as her mother, the queen, forbade her from going out. The princess's only company were her dolls. But the princess so badly wanted friends that she would always sneak out of the palace to play with the children who lived in town. Oh, is it me? It's as if he's narrating my childhood. How do you... But Waltz continues speaking as if he does not hear me. One day the princess met a boy. The boy was a few years older than her, and he was the queen's faithful servant. The boy could see how lonely the princess was, and his heart ached for her. Aw. They became friends. Every day he would sneak into her room and would play with her. They spent 2 years like that, until the queen found out. The boy was sent away, and he never saw the princess again. Until a short while ago. Yeah, this is us. Yeah, so he was in our childhood, so it's okay. I figured that. I stumble back, and the puppet slides off my hand as I stare at Waltz, my mind whirling. We've known each other for a long time, princess. Yeah, see, this cannot be true. Wow. Waltz looks at me again, his expression full of melancholy. I always see that look. He wears it even when he is happy. He seems to carry that sadness with him wherever he goes. We were friends. Yeah, I never had any friends. I would have remembered. Well, that's what you remember. Your memories have holes in them, gaps that you can't explain. Yep. How do you know that? 'Cause your mom. Because I was there when When the queen ordered that some of your memories be erased. Yep. Wow, he's like kind of almost spilling everything to us. Mother? But why? But why? I don't believe you. I don't believe any of this. Of course you don't. She's like, that's her first reaction is denial. I didn't expect you to believe me. Why is he looking at me like that? He looks like he's in pain. But he cannot be telling the truth. I stand up straight, my hands clenched into fists. I'm going back to my room. Wow, Hannah, you're so stubborn. You're so cold. I almost run from the tavern area. Waltz does not try to follow me. Well, that was to be expected, because she's been so brainwashed by her mom. She's like a carbon copy of her, basically, in attitude-wise. Waltz's words loop persistently in my mind. Yeah, we were friends, yes. I sit on one of the chairs in the reception area, trying to put my thoughts in order. There is no way that he was my friend. Well, oh, what is this? What a delight to run into the princess at this hour. Though I must ask, why are you still awake, darling? I jump at the sound of Karma's voice. I turn to look at him. Karma frowns at the expression on my face. Yeah. You look like you've seen a ghost. I can only stare at him in response. Oh my, is my beauty so captivating you find yourself at a loss for words? Oh, shut up. No, I was just thinking. About how beautiful I am? No. His ego knows no bounds. I roll my eyes and change the subject. What are you doing up this late? Training? A midnight stroll? I found myself filled with ennui. Ennui? Right. I will go and retire for the night now. Bye. Have a good sleep. It'll be another long day tomorrow. You do not have to remind me. Yeah. You still have a ways to go before you get used to the commoner's lifestyle. I certainly struggled with it. Karma barely works. I only ever see him slack off, but he was nobility/royalty. But wait, are you a noble, Karma? Oh, perhaps. Perhaps? Yes, but it's perhaps. God. Okay, this is going nowhere. This tavern is full of secretive people. I wonder if this lifestyle has anything to do with this curse. Yes. Well, I'm not planning to get used to the commoner lifestyle. I will break my curse as soon as possible. Bye. Seems like we both have a long way to go before that happens, princess. Yes. We do. We got a tude. We got a tude that we need to fix. We don't want to play with you anymore. Oh, but why? We are friends, are we not? Friends? Who said that? You did. We were friends until you stopped sharing your toys. But that is because you still haven't... What? You haven't returned the toys I gave you. Returned them? You gave them to us. No, I did not. Let's go play with our real friends. Yeah, our real friends aren't selfish. Wow. Little kids are so shady. I warned you, my dearest one. Didn't I tell you? People will only hurt you in the end. That's why I forbade you from playing with those children. I only ever want what's best for you. Because Mother knows best. I'm sorry, Mother. I'm so sorry. Hush now, dearest one. Mother won't let anyone hurt you anymore. Yes. Yes, Mother Gotho. Anyways, chapter 4, family. Fam? What's up? 3 weeks have passed since my encounter with the king. I am once again in town with Waltz as he prepares for one of his shows. I have already lost count of how many of his shows I have watched at this point. The excursions have become part of my daily routine. Waltz has been insistent on training me as his assistant, so I have decided to play along. So even now I'm helping him construct his booth, though he refuses to let me carry anything too heavy. I have experienced so many new things these past few months, things I'd always wanted to experience but had never told anyone about. Aww. Somehow Waltz knew about all of them. Even when he told me that we were childhood friends and insisted that my memories of him have been erased, I hadn't believed him. Really? Even when he seems like he knows you like the back of his hand? Oh wow, girl. But now, yeah, I am beginning to believe that he's telling the truth about this forgotten friendship. Yeah, see? Like I was gonna say, how are you gonna be that dense? Walt smiles at me from where he is assembling the front of the booth. You used to dream about getting out of the palace to see NGL. And now you're here. Yes, now I'm here. You can't imagine how happy I am that I can finally fulfill all of the promises I made to you. I still have reservations about believing your story, but... Waltz, even if you did know me for a long time, I am not the same. Yeah. I hand him the small curtains for the booth. My head dipped so that I did not have to look him in the eyes. I am not the child you used to know. Yeah, I'm not somebody that I used to know. Yeah, sorry, I know that. But I also believe that the girl that I knew all those years ago, the one who was always so happy over the smallest things, that kind, sincere girl, she's still you. Yeah, you have so much faith in me. How can that be when I don't even think? Let's try that again. How can that be when I don't think I've ever truly known what happiness feels like? Well, you did at some point, but then you forgot about it. After Waltz hangs the curtains, the booth is now complete. I expect him to step out from the side as he always does, but he sets his palms down on the table instead and looks at me. What? When I saw you again that day, I was so happy. I thought fate had brought you back to me. Waltz's voice is very soft when he speaks. Well, in a way it did, but then you still didn't recognize me. Waltz's voice trails off and I frown. Sorry. There are still so many things that he is not telling me. Eventually, Waltz picks up his box of puppets and smiles at me brightly. Anyway, I've got a show to perform. Don't go anywhere. Okay. I notice that his smile does not reach his eyes as I watch him walk away. Okay. I look out at the crowd that has gathered for the show. There are a lot of families here today. I watch as two families approach each other. The adults begin to converse with each other while the kids run up to the front of the crowd to catch a better glimpse of the show. Some of the children have shoes, but the parents are barefoot. All their clothes are dirty and torn. Their lives are clearly hard, but they are still smiling. I have never been in desperate need of clothes or food. I have never had to work for anything. I should have been happier than these people when I was a princess. But now, I am beginning to see that the material things that I had were never enough to buy me true happiness. Right, but, money could still buy me BTS concerts, tickets to BTS concerts. That makes me happy. Hello, everyone. Yes, I take a step off to the side as Waltz begins to show. Waltz weaves his stories as seamlessly as he always does, captivating his audience with every word, but I am not paying attention. My focus is locked on the two families standing near me. When I see these people, I cannot help but wonder, what kind of life have I been leading? A very poor one. Poor in morale and poor in, emotional connections and relationships. Waltz's show was a success yet again. He is smiling from ear to ear as he counts the coins he has earned as a reward for his good performance. You look happier than usual. I am. I've been saving money for a special toy, and now I can finally buy it. Oh. He says he doesn't like to be treated like a child, but he gets so excited whenever he mentions a new toy. I pause at the sound of laughter and look up to see a group of children talking excitedly to each other as they approach Waltz and I. Okay. This might be an opportunity. What? An opportunity? Making these children happy might be a good deed. What? Waltz ignores me as he jogs up to the children. Waltz! Yes, the group of children swarm him, talking loudly as they each try to cling to him in some manner. Oh, we've been waiting forever for you to come back. But I was here a couple of days ago. But you didn't have time to play. Can we play now? Please, please, please. Please, please, please. We've been good just like you told us. The boy looks around at the group of children and they all nod their heads with eager agreement. Well, if you've been as good as you say, how could I say no? Oh, what am I gonna do, say no? The children cheer. Yes. I'm going to start counting now. Come on. Is this hide and seek? But he won't find us this time. Okay. The children disperse around the area. I watch them go with disinterest. That's your cue to hide, princess. Oh, what? I'm a part of it too? Okay. Why do I need to take part of this? You don't want to play? Well, but we used to play hide and seek all the time. I am fairly certain I have never played a game like this with anyone before. Is this another memory that was taken from me? Yes. Big sister, play with us. Play with us, Unni. A little girl runs up to me and begins to pull me along with her. Hey, hey. Yes. I look at Waltz, but he only smiles at me. He seems like I don't really have a choice. Okay, here we go. Waltz turns to face the wall. He covers his eyes and begins to count. Before I can react, the little girl has let go of me and is running off. What is going on? Well, you go hide, girl. Go pick yourself an alleyway to shove yourself in. I turn and see a boy hiding behind a barrel. You have to hide before he finishes counting. They didn't even explain the rules of this game. How was I supposed to know what to do? Well, I look around me to find places that I might hide. Maybe behind the tree? Behind the fountain would also work. Or those wooden crates. Which one of these places should I hide in? Oh my god, are you freaking kidding me? What's gonna cover us the best? I don't think a tree would be a good idea unless it was like a big tree. Wooden crates? The fountain? Let's hide behind the fountain. I mean, actually no. I feel like the fountain is too like open, you know? It's like it's open space and we can only just kind of like, you know, go around the edges and remain out of sight. But I feel like he'll get too much of an advantage point on us too easily. Let's go behind the wooden crates. Yeah. Ready or not, here I come. Oh god. I cannot believe I am sitting on the dirt to avoid being seen. My dress is getting soiled because of a child's game. Whatever. Found you! Oh, what? Shit! My heart begins to race as I turn to look at him, but I realize that Waltz has found one of the children. Okay, cool. It wasn't me. Wait, why am I worried about being found? Because, got you. What? Every so often I hear Waltz proclaim that he's found someone, but he still hasn't found me. Do I get something if I win this game? I hope I do. You still haven't found Big Sister yet. You're right. Where could she be hiding? This is quickly becoming boring. Found you. Oh, blah. I jump when I hear Waltz's voice from behind me. He looks down at me in triumph. You won, princess. Yay! I won? Looks like you're an expert at this game. I am not. You just did not look hard enough. That doesn't change the fact that you still won the game. You should be happy. Great job, princess. Waltz pats me on the back and smiles once again before he turns his attention back to the children. Do I not get a point? Hello, I won. He is right. He is right. His praise makes me feel strangely happy. Why? Right, everyone. That's it. The children begin to whine, clearly disappointed. We only played one round. Now don't be like that. I promise to play another game with everyone soon. Now run along. I'm sure your parents are all looking for you. Are looking for all of you. One of the children, a little girl, tugs on my sleeve. Thank you for playing with us, Big Sister. Please come again. Please come again. She smiles up at me before skipping away to join the rest of the children. All the children head off together back toward the residential area of the town. They like you. Well, how do you know that? Yeah, didn't you see how happy they were when you joined in? Children are so easy to please. It is true. That's why I envy them. Adults aren't like children. They worry too much and don't appreciate the small joys in life. As we grow up, we forget how to be happy. Forget how to be happy? Yes. Waltz may be right about that. When I was younger, my dolls brought me so much joy, but now... Yay! Thank God! Anyway, since you won, you deserve a treat. Thank you. A treat? You'll like it, I promise. Okay. I am the master at hide-and-seek. Cannot defeat me. I sit on a wooden bench, waiting for Waltz to return. He said it would be easy for him to go alone because he wanted to surprise me. I did not protest. I had been on my feet all day. Yes, and I never thought I would be running around playing with children. But it's fun, right? I wonder what this treat is going to be. Every time we come to the plaza, it is always packed with people. Most of the popular shops are clustered in this area. I observe the town quietly before my eyes land on the statue of the king. He looks noble, riding a rearing stallion. Oh, that's great. The sight makes my heart twist uncomfortably. I am pulled out of my thoughts when a child trips and falls in front of me. He begins to cry. Oops, should I do something? I guess? But before I can react, a man and a woman are there pulling the child up. The man takes the child in his arms as the woman rubs his back. Oh, there, my love. Mama and Papa are here now. Oh man, don't stop flexing on your privileges, okay? I don't appreciate you shoving your privileges in my face like this. I watch as I slowly walk away, the mother still crooning to her child. Mother would always get angry at me if I was about to cry. I wonder what it's like to be comforted like that. Oh, sorry to keep you waiting. Oh, hello. Are you okay? I keep the family in sight for as long as I can before turning to Waltz. I am fine. Huh. Not really. Here. What? Oh, candy apple! Num nums. What is this? A candied apple. A long time ago, I promised that I would bring you one, but I wasn't able to keep that promise. That's why I'm fulfilling it now. Oh, I do not recall such a promise. I twirled the candy, inspecting its glazed and shiny appearance. I didn't know you could make an apple look like this. Yeah, you just dip it in sugar. I promise there are no poison apples here. These ones are just sweet. Yes. I sniff at the candy. Sweet. Numb. I take a small bite. Yes. Well, I become so immersed in my taste test that I do not even hear Waltz. The candied apple tastes like nothing I have ever tried before. This is good. Yeah, it is. Num num num. I take another bigger bite. Yes. Is that a smile I see, Princess? What? I wasn't smiling at all, was I? When I get some extra money from my shows, I'll make sure to treat you again. I have lots of favorites to show you. Aw. There are more desserts like this? Yes, of course. I'll make sure you try all of them. Yes! Oh my god, get you a man like Waltz. Waltz stands, then moves over to a trash bin so that he can dispose of his finished apple. It's getting late. Let's go back to the margin. Okay. Okie dokie. Back to the margin. There he is. Oh my god, my man. My man Waltz. In his final form. The next few weeks become a blur. I continue to help out in the tavern while sometimes accompanying Waltz for his shows. Though Waltz continues his lessons on goodness, I have yet to gain a single good deed. I am slowly starting to lose hope. It has been months since I was cursed, and I still have yet to complete a single good deed. Well, you need to take patience, girl, patience. Today I have been assigned the task of serving margin customers. I honestly prefer my duties with Mr. Broom. At least I do not have to mingle with all these people. Oh my god, same girl. I have only just entered the tavern when I freeze at the sight of a familiar face. Whoa, what are you doing here? Fritz? His posture is stiff, his arms are crossed, and he is obviously uncomfortable. Is he aware that he's cursed? Because when we did his route, as you guys probably remember, not too long ago, he was like, I'm not cursed, what are you talking about? What is he doing here? Well, how did he get in here? I walk toward him, but do not get far before he is in front of me, down on one knee with his head bowed. Girl, I finally found you, your highness. Oh my gosh, yeah. How does he remember me? How did he find me? Fritz. What are you doing here? Princess, I have no idea what is happening, but the whole kingdom. Everyone has completely forgotten you, and yes, we already know this. Let us go somewhere else to talk. I interrupt Fritz when I notice all the stairs around the room. Oh, not so fast. Whoa. Seemingly from nowhere, Jurian and Garland are in front of me, separating me from Fritz. Lady Jurian, Sir Garland, I was told you left Angiel. Well, you thought wrong. What are you two doing here? Well, I could ask you the same, Sir Fitzgerald. What are you doing here? Yes, Fritz is at a loss for words as he stares at Jurian, confused. Answer the question, Sir Fitzgerald. Yeah, how did you even find this place? What are you doing here? I am quickly reaching the end of my patience. Just let me talk to him. Neither Jurian nor Garland back down. If anything, they only look more ready to draw their swords. I don't trust him. Well, of course not, because if he's still cursed with Varg, then yeah, he's obviously working for the bad guys. As I look at the three of them, I remember the story of Jurian and Garland's dismissal from the Order of Caldera. Sir Alcaster was the one who dismissed them, so perhaps they hold some type of grudge? No. Is it because Fritz is Sir Alcaster's son? I do not know why you do not trust Sir Alcaster, but Fritz is a completely different person, yes. He is my knight. He would never harm me. We have our reasons for doing this, Princess. I sigh, rubbing at my forehead with my hand to try and dispel an impending headache. Guys, please. I swear you lot are like a bed of snakes. Stop hissing at each other. Delora walks in from behind me, swatting at Jurian and Garland to move them. She smiles at Fritz before turning to beam that same smile at Jurian and Garland. If you are so concerned, then feel free to chaperone the princess with her knight. I'm sure the two of you can handle it if he tries to do something funny. Fritz's voice is quiet when he speaks. You know I would never hurt her. Oh hell. Fine. Now we don't know that for sure, cause again, he's cursed with Varg. I glare at Jurian and Garland when we are in the reception room. Thankfully, they take the hint and retreat to the opposite wall, far enough to give Fritz and I some privacy. Fritz speaks as soon as I sink into a chair. I haven't seen you in 4 months, Princess. Wow, that's a long time. It's been that long already, right? Did you know how worried I was when I woke up one day and realized that Princess Emmeline was in your place? To make things worse, no one remembered you. Of course not. Not even the king. When I brought up Crown Princess Hana, everyone thought I was delusional. Where do I even begin? I'm gonna tell you my curse. I decide to start with the facts of my curse and how I am meant to break it. Yeah, so you have the Cinderella curse, and that's the reason you've remained in the margin? Yes. Yes. And you need to complete 3 good deeds to break it? Yes, that is right. And how many good deeds have you accomplished, if you don't mind me asking? None. I frown as I shake my head. None. I do not think I am capable of doing good. Of course you are. Thank you for having faith in me. I look up in surprise at Fritz's impassioned declaration. Let me start with this. I knew even when we first met that I was not what you were expecting. I wouldn't be surprised to know that I even disappointed you. Aw, really? But you never said a word of complaint, even in the beginning when I made a lot of mistakes. And we both know how clumsy I was in the beginning. Aw. There is kindness in you, princess. I know this for a fact. Wow, he's so... Even when I look away, I can still feel Fritz's eyes and smile directed at me. Anyway, so if everyone has forgotten who you are, how is it that I can still remember you? Because you're cursed, my dude! There's only one reason that makes any sense, though it brings up more questions than answers. Yes. Those who have the fairy tale curse are not affected by the conditions of another person's curse. Yeah. He's like, that cannot be! Wait, are you saying that I'm cursed? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Unless you are secretly a witch or a fairy. No, I'm definitely human, I can assure you of that. What about Lady Jurian and Sir Garland? Jurian speaks up from her corner of the room. Though the knights have been feigning disinterest, there is no doubt they are listening in on our conversation. We aren't cursed, so unfortunately we don't remember Princess Hana being, well, Crown Princess. We only found out when she came here. Okay. I see. Fritz's distress is apparent as he looks grimly down at the floor. He hasn't admitted to having the curse, which means that he either does not know he has it or refuses to tell me. I can't believe this. How could I have the fairy tale curse and not know about it? Well, have there been no differences in your life lately? He's like, I don't remember. I suppose I've been more forgetful lately. Does that count? Yeah, it does. You've always been forgetful, but more so than most times. I know. Well, Fritz's posture stiffens as Jurian walks toward us from the other end of the room. Her arms are crossed and her gaze directed at Fritz is filled with suspicion. Yes. How were you able to find this place? Yeah, right? Fritz looks at me as if asking permission, and I nod. I've been dispatching scouts throughout Angiel to look for the princess ever since she disappeared. Oh, a girl matching her description was seen in this area entering this house. When my scouts entered this place, they found it empty and abandoned. I figured that this was as good as a place as any to start looking for traces of her. Oh, though I was expecting an empty house, not a tavern full of people. Okay, yeah, that's the mask, that's the glamour. Only those with a curse or certain permitted people, such as Jurian and myself, can enter this place and see it for what it is. Yes. Yeah, you're cursed, so that means you're cursed, yeah. So I really am cursed then. Yes. Fritz is silent for a few moments as he considers what was just said to him. That does explain things, though not as much as I'd like. Fritz stands. I still have many questions to ask, but I am expected back at the palace. Fritz turns to look at Jurian and Garland. I don't know why the two of you are here, but I'm glad that you are. I know I can trust you to keep the princess safe. Please take care of her. Yes, you don't have to tell us twice. Fritz smiles in reply before turning once more to bow to me. Until we see each other again, princess. Okay. But like, what about Varg though? Varg is gonna be like, he's gonna report, to Sir Alcaster about it? A week goes by after Fritz leaves the tavern and my luck does not change. I am still unable to complete a single good deed. Wow, we got a lot of time skips here. I want to ask Parfait if she knows anything about Fritz and his curse, but she has been absent from the tavern for more than a week. Wow. When I asked Delora why Parfait was missing, all the witch said was that Parfait was busy dealing with the rapid spread of the fairy tale curse. Yes. Today I'm accompanying Waltz to the toy shop to buy materials for his upcoming show. But now I cannot find him. He was by these shelves earlier. Where has he gone? I turn a corner and my gaze is caught once more by the dolls on display. One particular doll catches my eye and I cannot help but marvel at its beauty. Aw, wow, kinda looks like Emmeline. Not gonna lie. If only I had enough money to buy you. I notice a man standing just to the right, in front of the teddy bear display shelf. Oh, is it the dude? The father? Isn't that the father I saw with his daughter a few weeks ago? Yes. He is looking at the teddy bear that his daughter wanted, the one he did not have enough money to buy. I watch as he opens one of his clenched hands. There are some gold coins on his palms. I glimpsed the price tags of the teddy bears earlier, and I am certain that the man does not have enough money to afford the one he is eyeing. I thought I'd have saved enough by now. Now what do I get for her birthday? Okay. The man heads for the next shelf over. He raises a hand to rub at the back of his neck. Oh, so he thought he saved enough for the teddy bear, but I guess not. I walk over and pick up the bear the man was just looking at. It is very soft and somehow comforting to hold. I can see why the girl liked this one. I begin to move toward the counter without realizing. I hold the teddy bear to me with one hand and reach for the bag of coins with my other. The king gave me this money all those months ago, but I have never used it. If I buy this bear, I will be completely broke. Hey now, whatever, that's me, all day, every day. Miss? Could you wrap this for me? Of course. After she finished wrapping the bear, I turned to search for the father. It seems he is no longer in the shop. Has he left? Oh god. Wow, that's a big toy you got there. Waltz appears with a bright smile on his face. He leans forward to inspect the package I am holding. I need to find him. Who? I am sure he hasn't gone too far yet, right? Where is he? Hey, wait! Where have you gone, sir? Where is he? Princess, where are you going? Explain. There's no time to explain. There's no time! There's no time! Come with me, Waltz. Should I say that? There's no time? I think there's no time. There's no time. Just follow me. Follow me, Waltz. I cannot help but feel annoyed at Waltz's insistent questioning. Explaining it to him would only slow me down. Wait! Come! Keep up! He is not here. Princess, you're going around in circles. Really? Who exactly are you looking for? I can help you if you tell me. I do not even know if Waltz will remember the man. It is highly likely he won't be able to help. It is highly likely he won't be any help at all. What, Hana? But I will not achieve anything trying to do this on my own. There was a man at the toy shop staring at a large teddy bear. He is the one we're looking for. Right. Okay. Walt and I searched for hours, but we never find him. I do not even know his name. We can try again tomorrow. It's going to be dark soon. But it's her birthday. Who? I ignore Waltz. In the brief second that I close my eyes, I can see the man's pained expression in my mind. I sit down on a bench and clutch the wrapped bear to my chest. He wanted to buy this bear for his daughter's birthday, because he loves her. A familiar ache flares up in my chest. I have spent my whole life wanting the king to treat me the same way that man treats his daughter. Hana? Oh, I guess I should have explained to him. I promise you we'll look again first thing in the morning. Okay, I guess. No. Walt and I head back to the march-in, but the weight in my chest slows me down. It's not like you to be this sad for a stranger. You've changed. Have I? Yes, I have. Welcome home, Papa. Oh, the girl's voice is familiar. There you are! Goodness gracious. I whirl on my heels and stare at the little girl in the doorway of one of the homes. I had thought we were too late, but... We found them! Yes, the little girl runs from her home to wrap her arms around her father, who picks her up and pulls her into a tight hug. Aww. So sweet. I'm sorry I'm late, sweetheart. But you're here now. Mama, Papa is here. We can start my birthday party now. The girl wiggles out of her father's embrace and runs back into the house excitedly. Hey now, wait! Hold it right there! The man is carrying a small box in his hand, wrapped neatly with a ribbon. He looks down at his gift and sighs. Before he can go inside the home, I walk toward him and tap him on the shoulder. Excuse me? Yes, hello. You were in the toy shop earlier. Yes, I was. And we have been looking everywhere for you. For me? Yes. He looks first at me, then at the package I carry in my arms. Can I help you with something, miss? I heard that it was your daughter's birthday today. Yeah, she's turning 7 today, but why? Oh, here. Take it. That was so cute and so glittery. This is for your daughter. This is the toy you wanted to buy for her. Take it. Yeah. No, I can't possibly. Just take it. The man seems to be in too much shock to reach out for the teddy bear. He shakes his head in wonder. You don't even know who we are. Why would you do something like this? Well, I have been asking that myself. Why am I stumbling now? I was doing so well. God, I have been asking myself that all day. You love your daughter very much, don't you? She's my life. She and my wife. Oh, but I cannot pay you for this. No, you don't need to. Papa, why are you taking so long? The girl is suddenly at the door again, her wide eyes staring right at me. Oh, who are you? The little girl clings to her father's legs. She looks curious, but not afraid. I do not know what to say. This pretty lady here is your fairy godmother, little one. Oh, that's a reach. I turn to glare at Waltz. What is he playing at? Fairy godmother, like the one in Cinderella? Yeah. Yes. I shoot Waltz another warning look, but he only grins at me. She's come to fulfill your birthday wish. Isn't that right, my lady? Tell her the truth, play along. I'll play along with your games. Fine. For this little girl, since I messed up on the other one. Like, before, I was gonna say, to be honest, like, I was trying to be honest the first time around, and then I tried it the other way around, but it didn't work. Both times don't work, but now this time, I'm gonna play along. It is her birthday, I might as well play along. Yes, I am. Really? Yes. Waltz nudges me toward the little girl. I glare at him before I kneel down and hold the wrapped teddy bear out to her. What does Waltz usually say to children when he gives them gifts? Oh, you have been a very good girl. This is for you. Yeah, the girl reaches out and takes the bear. Her eyes light up as she stares at it. Does she know what it is? Is this the teddy bear? Yes, it is. I nod and the little girl squeals, twirling around with the wrapped teddy bear tight in her arms. Aww. Then suddenly she puts the bear down and throws her arms around my neck. Oh. Thank you for granting my wish, Miss Fairy Godmother. Oh my goodness. I am too shocked to react. Mama, look at what my fairy godmother brought me. I can only stare as the little girl runs back into her house with the gift. Thank you. I glance at the man, who, much to my surprise, has tears running down his cheeks. He is still somehow smiling through them. Aw. I will never forget your kindness. Oh, he dips into a short bow, then disappears into his home. Oh, yay, I got my deed! Yeah! What? Yeah, hell yeah. How do you like that? How do you like that? This is a piece of the glass slipper. Yes. Your first good deed. Yay, I stare in disbelief at the hovering piece in my hand. One moment it is there, the next it has been swallowed by a bright light and is joined with my pendant. I cannot believe it. Waltz, look! My first good deed, girl! But Waltz is not looking at my new pendant. He is looking at my face, his gaze enraptured. What are you looking at? You just smiled. Yes, I did. I did? Yes. Come on, where's my crystal? I thought I was doing good. It's as beautiful as I remember. I feel slightly embarrassed and have no words as I quickly turn my head away. There we go. Thank you. Yes. And stop it, you. Stop trying to be suave with me. I'm glad that you decided to play along with my story. Yeah. You made her birthday extra special by making her believe that you were her own fairy godmother. That no matter how tough things are, every child has someone watching over them so long as they're good. My eyes are still on the slipper when I hear an unfamiliar voice behind us. Cinderella's glass slipper, huh? What? Who is this? We both turn around to stare at a man standing a few feet from us. He is cloaked in darkness, but I can still make out his grin. Is it Varg? Hello, princess. Oh, is it Varg? What? What's happening? Whoa! Okay, chapter 5. To protect the world from devastation. Okay, anyways, we're gonna end it off here. Wow. Oh my god, that just took a turn quite dramatically. Dang. Okay. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave this episode here. We finished up on chapters 3 and 4 to get started on Waltz's route, and we're at this pinnacle turning point, like a 180 sort of mood to this chapter. But we're gonna find out what's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure who we encountered is Varg, of course. But anyways, I want to see how the throwdown is gonna go down, but in the next chapter or in the next episodes, you guys. So tune in until then. But for now, bye.
Cinderella.